One of the classic Seinfeld episodes featuring the soup Nazi whose creations were so popular, customers would accept his questionable business practices, if not flat-out abuse, just to get a taste. A man in Pennsylvania can relate after going great lengths all in the name of soup. WTAJ News reports that 29-year-old Joshua Wirtz was taken into custody after police found him in a residence in Altoona, PA. When asked why he broke in, Wirtz told police he was looking for a phone that had a secret soup recipe on it, according to the criminal complaint. Wirtz reportedly broke in and, apparently frustrated that he couldn't find the soup recipe, he started causing damage by cutting up a phone charger and destroying a can of soup. He then set fire to a few small items such as a Pokemon card and some mail, leaving burn marks on the carpet. Witnesses, including the person living there, arrived at the house and called police after noticing the front door was open. Wirtz was reportedly found sitting on the couch with a wrench. Once one of the witnesses realized who he was, they calmly talked until police arrived. He was put into county prison and bail was set at $50,000. Let's be honest, once police arrived and discovered why Wirtz had broken in, how tempted must they have been to look him in the eye and say, "No soup for you"?
Several supermarkets in the Czech Republic got more than they bargained for after more than 1,800 pounds of cocaine were found hidden among bananas while workers were unloading the fresh produce. Supermarket workers found molded cocaine cubes in boxes with bananas this afternoon, the police said on Twitter. The drugs had reportedly arrived via Europe's second largest port, located in Hamburg, and delivered to Czech supermarkets before smugglers could intercept the shipments. Jacob Friedrich, the head of the police anti-narcotics unit, told the Czech public radio the cocaine likely originated in Central America. The street value of the drug is estimated to be more than 2 billion Czech crowns, or about 85 million US dollars. Narcotics production is growing in Europe, according to an estimate published by the EU Drugs Agency, which warned of a proliferation of new psychoactive substances being sold and consumed on the continent. This isn't the first time that Czech supermarkets stumbled upon this kind of surprise. In 2015, over 200 pounds of cocaine was discovered in a Prague supermarket, again, likely due to smugglers not intercepting the shipments.
Chronicle Live reports that a 37-year-old man from England has been banned from driving after his own car called the police on him. Alan McShane was over the legal alcohol limit as he drove home from a night out after celebrating a big soccer victory. He was driving a Mercedes belonging to the company he works for. He crashed the vehicle while coming off the central motorway in Newcastle and triggered the airbags, after which the car's safety system called emergency services. Paramedics arrived, followed by the fire department. When police officers arrived, they found McShane standing in the middle of everyone. He identified himself to be the driver of the vehicle, and an officer noticed the smell of alcohol and asked him to provide a breath sample. He had a blood alcohol level more than 3 times the legal limit, and eventually pleaded guilty to driving under the influence. McShane's attorney, Michael Henderson, said he had no previous convictions and was basically a hardworking man who, on the night in question, made a significant mistake. He added that McShane was a gas engineer and that due to a shortage of engineers, McShane had been working hard and prior to the incident could not remember the last time he had a day off and had not been intending to get drunk that evening. McShane was handed a fine and banned from driving for 25 months, with the option to reduce the ban by 25 weeks by taking a drink-drive rehabilitation course.
Remember the classic scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, when the parking attendant takes the Ferrari belonging to Cam's dad out for a joyride? I wonder if a certain car wash worker in England has seen that movie. The Manchester Evening News reports that the worker, identified as 41-year-old Omid Abbas, is accused of taking a customer's classic car out for a 60-mile drive after it was dropped off for service. 77-year-old Kevin Murphy described his rare and pristine 1992 550e Mercedes as a cherished and prized possession. Abbas was assigned to service the vehicle, but instead, he allegedly took it out for a 90-minute spin from the car wash to his home and back again, crashing it just 5 miles short of his return. In subsequent police interviews, Abbas claimed the crash happened when he swerved to avoid a mouse in the road, a prosecutor said. A mouse? That's the best he could come up with? Not even a squirrel or a dog? He went with a mouse. When Mr. Murphy returned to pick it up, he found it to be a write-off following the crash, with one wheel virtually horizontal. The court heard that thousands of pounds worth of significant damage was caused to the car. Plus, police inquiries revealed that Mr. Abbas had not passed a UK driving test. Abbas pleaded guilty to aggravated vehicle theft and driving without a license or insurance, and was banned from driving for 12 months. Surprisingly, despite the crash, Abbas and Murphy are said to be on good terms.
RESPECT. Click the subscribe button and find out what it means to me. Nah, that doesn't have a ring to it. But if you like videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, subscribe now.